Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chessophile Show.
Hello everyone, this is Niranjan Navalgund. Welcome to Chessophile Show, and today I have two interesting guests as usual, but today we have one Grandmaster and one International Master, and both are from Orissa. I welcome Grandmaster Swayams Mishra and International Master Anwesh Upadhyaya. Welcome guys.
Hi Niranjan, thank you very much for inviting us to the show.
I am very
Anyway,
glad
thanks
you
a lot.
accepted my invitation.
Yeah, it's so nice of you to invite us, actually.
So have you been following the shows?
Yes, definitely.
So you watched all the episodes so far.
Yeah, kind of, not in deep detail, but yeah, almost all episodes we watched.
Okay, so you know
Yeah.
how things are. I started improving upon every episode. So today we will first start with a BlitzQ, let's say a rapid fire,
Okay.
where I will ask you questions in a rapid fire mode, and then we will go to those questions which I have received on Instagram and other channels.
Okay.
So I welcome you to the special segment called the BlitzQ segment, and I will be giving you 90 seconds each. You can answer as many questions as possible from the list. The main thing is to see how many questions you both manage to answer in those 90 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let me start with the question. Okay, Swayams, are you ready? So remember, for the format today, Swayams will always answer the questions first, and then we will go to Anwesh.
Okay.
Okay. Swayams, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Please
Your
go.
time starts now. How would you describe your chess self in 3 words?
Chess, can you repeat please?
How would you describe your chess self in 3 words?
Hardworking, intelligent, and solid.
Hard work, intelligent, and
Solid.
solid. Next question. What's your favorite tactical theme?
Greek gift,
Greek gift. Okay. What's your favorite chess opening?
King's Indian,
Favorite time control?
3+0.
Do you pray during the games?
Sometimes when I have lost questions.
Okay. What is the first chess book you ever read?
Your first move?
Okay. I'll now give you a tactical theme. Try to find out what it is. Rook d8 check, rook into d8, rook into d8 checkmate.
Back rank mate?
Correct. In how many ways can you achieve half point in chess?
Okay, maybe 6 or 7. Not
And
exactly.
your favorite way of making a draw?
Repetition?
Pardon?
Repetition?
Repetition. Okay. Who are your favorite world champions?
Fisher, Kasparov, Anand, Carlsen.
Okay. If there were 3 players, you could pick to do the following with them. Who would they be? A. Play Blitz. B. Learn chess. And C. Go for a walk before the round. So you're supposed to pick 3 players. You could do these 3 things with them.
Okay, so go for a walk. It's Anwesh.
Okay.
And play Blitz, maybe a Carlsen.
Okay.
And what was it?
Learn chess or learn chess from someone.
Kasparov.
Kasparov. Okay. That completes your edition of this 90-second BlitzQ segment. I think you answered about 9 or 10. I lost count after a point, but I think that's a decent number because we had 10 last time also.
Mhm.
Now it is time for the BlitzQ for Anwesh. So Anwesh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Your time starts now. What's your favorite chess term?
Stalemate.
Is there a tournament you wish never ended?
Yeah. Candidates.
A chess player you wish were alive?
Oh, Bobby Fischer for sure.
Okay. Name
I'll just go
name
with that.
name the world champions in the order of your liking.
Okay, so Anatoly Karpov,
Mm-hmm.
Gary Kasparov,
Mm-hmm.
Vishwanathan Anand, and
Mm-hmm.
Magnus Carlsen.
Okay. What is, in your opinion, a good game?
A good game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, which is topsy-turvy and, filled with fun and action. So
Okay.
that will be the good one for me.
What's your favorite chess opening?
Spanish, Roy Lopez, I mean.
Okay. If panda were a chess piece, how would it move?
Swinging.
Okay. Can you give us an example?
Well, how they swing from, like, just say from one bamboo to another. I have just seen them in the cartoon animated, so
So you're saying, let's say if the panda were on b3, it could go to e4.
yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite chess quote?
Just quote. Uh, well, I don't have much knowledge about this.
Okay.
Mm,
What would be the title of your autobiography if you wrote one?
Me?
Yeah.
Wow. This is a tricky question, but I will go with chess and my life.
Okay. Then comes the last question. What are some chess accessories you own?
Yeah, there's chessboard, chess pieces, clocks, books, definitely, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. This finishes our BlitzQ segment. I think, Anvesh, you answered probably one or two more than Swayams, because I
Okay.
think you found a speed by making your answers concrete, like precise. So,
Okay.
yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Uh, I have seen a lot of chess players wearing chess shirts also. So that could also be considered as an accessory. I could see
Yeah.
Master Ganguly having a chess oriented T-shirt, something related to chess on his T-shirt.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
also have pins and all.
Yeah, I
I
had a
don't know.
keychain,
No.
so I gifted it to someone. But I had a keychain, Chess King. In fact, when I played a tournament in Orissa, I think it was Keshavanand Memorial.
Yeah.
Uh, that event, I got keychain, the king as a keychain, like a souvenir from the organizer.
Nice.
All right. So now we will slow down a little bit and go to simple questions, or let's say complicated questions based on how you see them. But these are all from the comments that I have got on Instagram.
Oh,
So
now
I
I'm
will.
scared.
So I will start with the question by Akhilesh. He usually sends questions for every shows. So I have his question here. This question is to Swayams. Swayams, what is the story behind Mr. Bishop at 6?
Okay. So when I started playing online, this
Mm-hmm.
online play platform was and ICC were the only two servers we knew about.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I used to create IDs, and I used to, like, it was free IDs, so they used to expire and everything.
Okay.
So it was in this camp of Visheshwaran, we
Mm-hmm.
had this Youth Olympiad camp, and there I was only getting those positions where there was Bishop into h6 or Bishop h6 move possible. And other position I used to get it from, but only Bishop h6 I used to get instantly much better than the other guys. So from there it started Bishop h6, and had this account of Mr. Bishop h6, and I decided to stick with it. And okay, now
The
it's
whole world knows you by that name.
yeah.
Actually, here I am having an interesting question to Anvesh then, because we have Mr. Bishop at 6 on my left. If you were to choose a username based on a particular chess move, what would that be then, Anvesh?
Knight d5.
Knight d5. Is it because you've been playing a lot of Sicilians with white side?
Yeah, so I have a very famous game against one, probably Philippines international master, where I sacrifice. I mean, it's a very common theme. You usually get knight d5 theme in chess a lot. But that game went too smoothly after the peace sacrifice. And after that, I had played many games with knight d5 with crushing victory. So yeah, knight d5 will be my favorite.
So you will be Mr. Knight D5 if at all you choose that path.
Yeah, if I go there, then yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, now let's go to the next question by Life of Bivash. What is the craziest experience in a tournament for both? So first we could start with Anwesh this time.
Craziest experience.
Yes.
Okay, so there was this World Junior in Greece,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was in 2012
Mm-hmm.
when we had a rest day and we all went out. And well, by the time we came back, so there there are these security dogs here. So they're like police trained dogs, and one of my I'll keep him anonymous in this show. So
Okay.
he decided to spend the after party with the dog, and what happened is he got bit by the security dog. so
Ooh.
so it was not a just a random street dog. It was a well trained German Shepherd,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he was bit by the dog, and yeah, then we had to
Take him to
take him to the
hospital.
hospital, and yeah, that's how the after party ended. So yeah, this was the I will say the craziest experience. What I remember on top of my head now.
Okay. Yeah, that okay, interesting to share, but I could imagine the shock during that time. What about you?
Yeah, we just didn't realize. So I
Yeah.
mean, while walking back, we realized he's practically bleeding from his pants, and also
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Swayams, what about you?
Yeah, so I would not call it crazy, but it was an interesting experience. So I was in a tournament in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was probably one of the three Indians, and the other two I was not aware who were there.
Mm-hmm.
So from the official hotel, the venue was like close to 9 minutes. But
Okay.
before the first round, they had
Mm-hmm.
changed the venue. So I went to the old venue and I was looking for the place and I could not find it. And
Okay.
I called the organizer. I had no Wi-Fi. I called the organizer and somehow I managed to call him. And he told he'll come to pick me up. But I don't know. He asked me which place are you in. I'm telling that place and he's unable to find. And finally, I took a taxi and somehow managed to reach the new venue.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached it just 5 minutes before the walkover time.
Oh, this is
So
international.
yeah, not crazy, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Fun now.
yeah. That was quite close. So you played this was a story of an international tournament, right?
Yeah, in Italy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it
So I
happens.
was planning to come back after the first round itself. I thought, okay, maybe just have a vacation and come.
Okay. Yeah, that I think to some extent it was crazy because considering the kind of emotions you must have been experiencing during that. Okay, let us move to the next question. This is by Subhashri and this is to Swayams. What is your most embarrassing story from your school life?
This is to Anvesh or me?
Okay, I think it could be to Anvesh or Swayams. Maybe I am mistaken. Maybe
I
you can
think to
answer it.
Anvesh.
I think it's from Subhashri, but I don't know if she's a friend of Swayams or Anvesh.
I definitely have a super. So it's to me.
Yeah, then please you first answer it.
Jesus. Embarrassing moment from school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So as you know, chess players rarely make it to school. so
Okay. Yeah.
so very hard to remember what I. Well, I guess so there was one time when I was probably caught with crackers in
Oh,
school. So it was
okay.
pre Diwali. But yeah, so I was a suspect, but because of my well behaved nature or my whatever you can call it,
Just
they
play.
probably let me go. Yeah, so I somehow deceived them and they let me go. But later, so there was this senior, and well, she came up to me and said that, okay, I know you have it, so you should just please give it to me. And I remember that was a horrible experience for me. I think I was in ninth or 10th probably at that time.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so I am not that foxy as you say. I also get caught.
But you also escape, I have a feeling.
Yeah, I escaped because she was nice to me. That's all.
That's the point. Okay, what about you,
Yeah.
Swayams?
Uh, Most embarrassing moment, probably I went for an exam,
Mm-hmm.
and in the exam, it was a maths test, surprise test, and I did not know what was the topic or anything, and I managed to score 2 marks out of 40. And I till date I don't know how I scored that 2 marks.
Yeah, I think we all have experienced this. In a way, at least I have experienced this.
So I was sitting for 2 hours, and I could write only like, okay, 5 minutes and my test was over. I was sitting for 2 hours. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, good part of your childhood. I think as chess players, we have not really been so very, let's say, in terms of attendance, chess players have very less attendance. Okay, I have
Yeah.
had my own share of memories, and so have you both.
Yeah. I think I agree
Okay.
to this.
By the way, do you both remember where we all three met for the first time?
For the first time.
Yes.
Hmm.
You
National,
may know it.
I
I
guess.
mean, like when I saw you both, I was, I mean, I had just got my rating, and you both were already playing at a very top level. Do you remember that first moment?
Come on, that's not possible.
You don't remember?
Under 11, I guess.
No.
No, under 11, definitely we are not playing at top level. We
But
never had rating even
Niranjan
when
was
we were playing
already
at that.
playing during that time.
I think it is under 13.
Yeah, Vijayawada probably, yeah, or Calcutta maybe. I
Howrah
think
under
Kolkata.
13.
Howrah, yeah, Kolkata, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that is when I saw both of you, and I think Adiban won the tournament.
Yes, Adiban was champion.
And there was also Sandeep there in the event. I saw Y Sandeep also in that event, and I came across a lot of top players in that event.
Yes, definitely. So I think everybody was playing. I mean, Nitin, Aditya Vikas,
Yes,
a lot of players.
Dastagir.
Yeah, that's the gate. He was also playing.
Okay, then a question from Captain Anki to Anwesh.
Okay, yeah. So all the questions are to me. Okay.
I think she is an air hostess based on what I.
Yes, she works for Air Asia now.
Okay, so she wants to know how do you deal with failures? How do you learn from your failures? If you have had any.
Yeah. So definitely, I think everybody has had some sort of failure. I mean, if
Right.
not many, but there are still a lot. And well, so basically, I pick myself up. I just try not to be in the past for a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that I believe there is always some sort of positivity to anything bad that's happening. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just say from the chess perspective, if I lost a game,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just not logical to blame it on conditions or luck or something. So just you are at fault, yeah. So you lost the game because you played bad, or just your opposition was strong enough. So no matter what you do, you will just lose. So you can just say that. Well, I tend to believe that I was wrong somewhere, and instead of like blaming others, or you can say, I mean, I try to act. So I just find my
So
mistakes.
action is your solution.
Yeah, action is my solution. So I just go somehow blow some steam off, and yeah, I just come back fresh for the next time. But
Okay.
this I developed over the years. It was not so easy. I
Or
mean, earlier I used,
instantaneous.
yeah, it was not instantaneous, but yeah, I just realized that this helps me. So I'm sure it must be different for different players, and even for each individual it might be different. But yeah, I prefer this approach.
Okay. Okay. The next question is to Swayams. And I think this is an expected question. How did life change after marriage?
Okay. So it did not change very drastically because I knew my wife from a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was used to the habit. She was used to my habits, and we have a nice understanding between us. So yeah, it changed a bit in terms of responsibility and other stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, normally it's not a very drastic change or difference.
Okay. And considering the situation, would you prefer a bachelor's life or a married life?
Of course, married life.
I did not hear you.
Of course, a married life. There
Of
is no
course, a married
choice.
life.
It's not a choice.
Okay. I did not tell you who actually asked this question. Very understandable. The chess player from Orissa.
Yeah, there are few players who would be asking some similar questions.
Okay. Now, next, the same person has the question to Anwesh also. I will reveal who it is. But first, let's take this question. Why does Anwesh consider Swayams as a guide, philosopher, and misguide?
Okay, it's very easy.
Okay, now we know who it is. So,
Yeah.
okay, if I just can explain you this. So, Swams has been my, well, let's say playing partner, or, so as I call him, guide, coach, anything in chess. Yeah, so I have learned a lot about chess from Swams. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I used to blindly believe him, and I have come up to him for some advices, like a lot of times. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he has been very helpful. But there was this time in World Youth Greece,
Mm-hmm.
and well, so I was practically leading the event, or
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in the joint lead at the end of like sixth, seventh round, and I was playing this Russian guy, Belos, I think. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Belos it was. And so it was a rest day. I'm playing him the next day. So I came up again to Swams, like, okay, what should I play? And, help me prepare for this. And so Swam suggested some opening, and so it was some slab. And okay, so he suggested me some new ideas, and okay, I implemented that idea. And you can say from move number 15 till probably 70th move. So till the 70th move, I was defending, and defending. So,
Okay.
and the defense was, not like you have a bad position, or, slightly worse position. So I'm probably playing, you can say, white is clearly winning by 2.5. I mean, that will be the evaluation of engines now.
Uh-huh.
So just for chess players, I will say, so I have a king on g8 and two pawns g6, h6, and other pieces I'm not saying, but white has bishop on b1, queen on d3, rook on f3, f1, knight on e4, e5.
Oh.
So I don't even know how I survived this position, but yeah, I made a draw. So there was some point where I claimed a threefold. So it was a photographic claim, and I claimed this. It was I was still probably losing, so it was a horrible position. But yeah, somehow I survived. And after that, I call him. So that's how we got this title. So I always refer to him
Uh-huh.
like that. That was the misguide. So this is what misguide is. And
So
I mean, he just told me. So I said like, okay, so what went wrong, so how I ended up in this position. And he was like, it happens sometimes, so,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I remember his reaction after the game. He was really angry at me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I chased him around the hotel garden and lobby, so how could you suggest me something? But yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it is these experiences that make life a good
Yes,
one to live. Yeah.
definitely. So
Yes.
Swams even motivated me after a couple of rounds to, play aggressively against Salem Saleh, and I managed to beat him also after in that tournament.
Uh-huh. Which year?
So it was, I think, 2010. Yeah,
2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. This was by Siddhant Mohapatra. So he
yeah,
asked.
yeah. Of course. So he was our roommate in this tournament.
He
So
did not tell
Uh,
you something about the incident also. He owes us some money still.
Oh, really? And he has not returned it yet.
Yeah.
No, he didn't return. I mean, now he's evading the questions and any claims about the money. So
Uh-huh. He's also an international master now. I think he aims
yes,
to give
yes,
back.
yeah, definitely he should, and probably with some interest now. I mean, it's a long time already.
Mm.
Right. Okay. Let us go to the next question. This is again to Anwesh. How do you manage being a doctor and chess player?
Oh, so well, doctor is definitely my profession, so I chose this line. So I think so. As I said you earlier, there is no way out, and yeah, I enjoy being a doctor.
Doctor,
So
yes. So you enjoy both the roles, you are saying.
yes, chess is like pure love. So just for the love of the game. I mean, many players. Sometimes I have also heard that chess is like addiction and something. So I will not go to that level. But yeah, I enjoy being in touch with chess. So that's why I think that's the only motivation. So there can be anything else. I mean, I think that's just it. So that's how I'm connected to chess.
Okay. There's another question to you. Are you married?
Oh, to me,
Yes, to you.
no, I'm not married. I'm
Okay.
definitely not married.
So the person who asked just wanted to know. So I think that person has got the answer.
Yeah,
There's
hope
also
so.
another question about whether you both are into chess training. I know about Swayams. What about Anvesh? Are you into chess training?
Yes, so nowadays, I mean, yeah, I was into chess training, but I was not as exclusive. I was very picky, and I was not exactly a trainer, you can say, but as a playing partner or a second. But then, yeah, recently, I mean, you can say a year ago, so I started. I mean, I felt that it's also good to impart knowledge, not just always gain.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can also say that when you share knowledge, you gain knowledge also. So that way,
Yeah,
I
that.
started with a lot of young players, and I saw that. I mean, I'm enjoying it, and yeah, right now I'm also kind of packed with students. So
Oh, okay. So you
that's
you
another
manage.
connection with Swayams. So I'm
Oh,
asking a lot of help from him. So he's also guiding me. I mean, even now.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay, now let's ask Swayams. Swayams, I know that you have a lot of successful students. Please elaborate on how you decided to enter the coaching part of chess and what are your experiences and then what are the challenges as far as chess training is concerned.
Okay. So I started coaching, I think, around the year 2013, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just giving some online lessons, something. But seriously, I started coaching, I think, from 2014 onwards when I had this over the board students.
Okay.
And my first student was Sankar Gupta, who is an international master now.
Mm-hmm.
So I started enjoying coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I was because I was playing and trying to become a grandmaster that time. So I was not entirely sure if I should focus my time into coaching because people say it's distraction and okay, it won't be able to help you in your career, etc. So I thought, okay, why not give it a try? So let's see what happens. And I was enjoying coaching. So if you're enjoying something, then it will work for you. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if it is good or bad. So it worked well, and some difficulties which I experienced was mostly in the beginning of my uh, career, where I was not very experienced coach. It was new for me, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I used to face some new situations, especially with Sankalp, as he's quite intelligent. And okay, if a guy is not very intelligent, you tell him anything, he'll just follow you blindly. No questions asked, nothing. But if a guy is intelligent, he will ask you questions, and you have to find the solutions as a trainer. And it was a little bit tough, and slowly I gradually understood how to handle these situations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So in my experience, I have seen that of course there are different kinds of students. Sometimes the people who like the students who don't ask questions are sometimes hesitant. But I have noticed that even though the students sometimes, if they don't ask questions, or those who ask questions are, let's say, one category, and then there are those who are not interested in chess at all, but they are into chess because of some pressure from their parents. So these are the two slabs I would put, like two categories. And I've noticed that those who are curious are often very good learners.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in to put it in your words, I think your students have been curious, and that is why they have been demanding more of you and challenging you. So it's good to
Yeah.
know about your coaching experience. We can, I think, start with the game format. With this, I think I have finished with all the questions that I have received. But there's one general question: how has chess helped you both in life?
So, Anwesh,
Oh, so okay. Well, definitely there are. So you can always say that chess players are dedicated and hard workers. So they are
Mm-hmm.
very determined to achieve. So that helps a lot in your life as well. Also, chess helps a lot. So to get this focus thing. So you can be at some work and you keep at it like for 8 hours or 9 hours. So definitely you're bound to get some result. I mean, just apply this theory that, so let's just say, well, maybe reading or, even if some any hard work, like any physical work. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
giving like 8-9% of all your energy, so definitely you will be performing better than your usual days or something. So
Yeah.
this helps a lot. I mean, I have seen that the way I was training chess. I mean, especially when we are young and full time, like you can say professional players. So we had like how much, maybe 6 hours sessions and 2 hours, 3 hours of self work, then again some training sessions. So we are spending like an 12 hours odd on chess, and most
Yeah.
of these hours are like consecutive. So we don't have a lot of breaks. So
Yeah.
that means you have this ability to go at something, at a stretch for like 10, 12 hours. So this helps me a lot in in my professional life now. So I can be focused and occupied in one thing, and I'm not bored. I'm not, trying to distract myself or something. So that helps a lot. I think this is how chess has helped me a lot in becoming a doctor. Yes.
Okay. What about you, Swayams? How would you link chess and life? Like, how has it helped you?
in my childhood, I was unable to sit for 5 minutes on like in a place,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm able to sit 5 hours or maybe 8 hours non-stop without moving. Also, it's
Oh.
I would not recommend this, but okay, it's possible to develop a concentration. Uh, at least the habit of sitting, and I have known many people who have been able to change their behavior and character of their life just based on the chess habits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I believe chess and life go together, but of course life is very vast. It's not just limited to chess.
Yeah. Okay, that's well put. Okay, so with this we end the Q and A segment. I mean, related to, let's say, non-chess, but there was some chess involved. But this was BlitzQ segment, and then addition with the Q and A. Now, I wanted to keep this part long because a lot of chess players have not seen you both in video format. So I thought we could know a lot about your life apart from chess. So I decided to put all the questions. Usually I cherry pick, but I thought it's a good opportunity for a lot of people to know more about you both. Okay, now that you have experienced the whole Chessophile show, I want you to nominate a player of your choice who could come to the show. So it's time to nominate. Anvesh, who would you like to nominate?
Okay. So I pick one, or I have a lot of choices.
One is fine. You could also have more.
Okay. So if one, I will pick Grandmaster Debashish Das.
Devashish Das. Okay.
Okay. I think you can pick probably Stanley together with him.
Stanny.
They were well. Yeah.
Stanny and
Um,
Devashish.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good combination. I also like that idea. In fact, it has been quite a while since I talked to Stanny. We both are like from the same state. So, of course, I will definitely ask him. Now that I have an official nomination, I would
Yeah.
ask
Yeah.
him. Thank you.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chessophile Show.